Hey Allure, it's Madison Beer, and today we are going to be doing my 10-minute beauty routine. I use a headband now when I do my makeup. I am going to get started on my face, and the very first thing that I'm going to go in with is Tilbury's Flawless Filter. That's this product. I love this because it makes me feel like I have an even base, but not a full face of foundation. Also, if you keep seeing me look over to the side, I do have a mirror over here, but skincare wasn't always something that I cared about, to be honest. I used to just use a makeup wipe, take my makeup off, and get in bed, and that was it. And now I definitely like to go to bed looking and feeling like a glazed donut. We're gonna go in with my very favorite concealer that I've been using since I was probably 14, which is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Also, I will be fully transparent. This is a brand new concealer. Usually they do not look like this. I go in just a little bit. I love that little line. It's like kind of one of my favorite parts of my makeup routine. I'm also just realizing that I forgot to do my eyebrows first, so welcome to Doing Your Makeup with Madison. I got this off Amazon. It's just a random little brow soap. I've been told you can use literally anything for soap brows and for the soap brow look. Also, I've been using this product for about 1.5 years and I still can never get it open. I'm then gonna just spray basically anything. I'm using this rose water. I love the smell of rose water so much. It smells so good and like fresh and clean, and just I love it. So I'm gonna go in with this spoolie brush, which has seen its day. I do like following makeup trends. I mean, I'm not like incredible at makeup, but I have been watching YouTube videos and tutorials and whatnot since I was 10. So yeah, I mean, I try to keep up with them as well as I can. I mean, there's definitely been such an like uproar and new rise of incredible makeup artists. I think specifically like I can cite TikTok for that, and I've seen so many people do so many looks that I'm just like, I want to try that, but I also feel like it's like insulting to you if I even attempt to do that. But the next thing I'm gonna go and do is my contour. But this is the Tom Ford Shape and Illuminate Sculptor. Give a little, you know the drill. I'm gonna go in with a smaller little, it's kind of an eyeshadow brush, I guess. It's this like flat eyeshadow brush with my nose contour. But now we're gonna go in with, I think, my favorite part. I am obsessed with blush, and blush is another thing where I look back at photos of myself from when I was younger, and there was two things that I like for some reason refused to wear and hated and thought was just like not cute, and it was blush and it was lip liner, which are now the two things that I like would not leave my house without. The cream blush that I use is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Wand. This is my favorite product. I don't know if I'll ever retire this product. It's so good. So I actually layer cream and powder, you will see, but I've just learned like whenever you think you have too much blush on, you have the perfect amount on, and then when you take a photo, you're like, you can't even see it. Like that happens to me all the time where I'll leave my house and I'll be like, okay, you went a little ham on the blush today, and then I'll take a photo and I'm like, where did she go? And then the powder blush that I use is none other than my queen Rihanna, so Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Ginger, Binge, and Moscow Mule. Specifically, I love this blush because you will see it kind of also has the same shimmer as the cream one, and the reason I usually go for a cream over a powder is because I like feeling glowy and I like feeling like refreshed, and you know, I'm not really into like a matte vibe. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using my Morphe Madison Beer palette. So we're gonna go in with this top left shade, which is called White Rabbit, which is an ode to one of my songs called Follow the White Rabbit. And I don't put a base on my eyelids, which might be criminal. Don't come for me. I already know what I'm doing is wrong. I apologize immediately. Also, I've had this MAC 224 brush since I was probably in 6th grade, like literally this exact brush. So bristles will fall off all the time. So if you see a bristle, don't hate the player, hate the game. So I've had a lot of fails when I've done my makeup. I can definitely cite one time in particular. I was on a live stream, which I do live streams with my like core fan base sometimes because they're like my homies and my best friends, and so I'll get ready with them and I'll just like hang and talk and whatnot. And I was wanting to like give a crack at a Euphoria look, and I'm sure you can look it up somewhere. I don't know why I'm like encouraging people to go look at this disaster that I created, but it was so bad. It was genuinely so horrific. Just like what's happening is my question, and what's going on. So anyways, back to my eyes. This nice little coffee color, which we call Jericho, which is my hometown. And I'm just gonna do a tiny, tiny bit of this. I really don't do too much, and I just do it in my, is that called your crease? My crease? Just to give it a tiny bit of color. I either will go in with that color, which is more of like a smoky, muted tone, or I will go in with this color, which is named after my puppy Zero. My main step in my eyes is my little liner, and I love doing my eyeliner because it, I think, completes the whole look. But I'm gonna take my little brush, and I can see the line in my head, and I don't know if that's just me. I doubt it's just me. I'm gonna jump around a tiny bit, which I always do because I will be halfway doing something and then realize that I forgot to do something else. I forgot to do my powder, which is why my under eyes are beginning to crease. So this is Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. I love this powder so much. It's really genuinely so great. I actually like using little eyeshadow brushes to do this, specifically for my under eye area, because I feel like it gets in there better. And now that I have my powder on, I feel, okay, that feels like I'm in a better place. I'm going to go in with my mascara, Pretty Vulgar. I don't have a proper like mascara technique. I still to this day, I don't know like what the right proper way is. I do know that when I'm putting it on, I like to blink it on. Next step, which actually isn't my next step, it's like 10 steps ago, but I just forgot to do it, is my highlighter, which I'm gonna go in with another Fenty Beauty product, and this is the Kilowatt Highlighter, and I love this stuff. I've been using it since it came out. It's in the shade Lightning, Dust, and Fire Crystal. I also love these names. I'm just throwing it on my cheekbones. Oh, this stuff's so good. I usually like to start with a cream highlighter, but because I already did my powder, because I did this so out of order, I'm just gonna use a powder one. But like, I love when like I see girls on TikTok or Tumblr or anywhere that like have the really, I've seen people take a really bright, like white, almost actual white eyeliner and put it on their nose, and I think it's so cute, and I think they look like cartoons, and I love it. Now we go to my lips. This is Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I fill in the corners of my lips with the pencil, but I don't fill my whole lip in. So the next product I'm going to be using is another favorite that I found via the internet. This is the Ulta Beauty Juice Infused Lip Oil. I've been using this since like the beginning of the pandemic. I ordered this stuff online and I was like, okay, I really like this. I also get this kind of like this is not my lip where I'm putting this right now, but having that little shine just makes my lip look that much fuller. Final thing I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be setting my face with, look how gorgeous this is. Like, look at the way it glows when you shake it up. It's so pretty. This is my Morphe Madison Beer Luminous Setting Spray. I think that is it for my beauty routine. I'm also gonna keep the headband on because God forbid I see what my bangs look like right now. But thank you so much, Allure, for following my 10-minute beauty routine. I'm gonna go out into the world with this on my head. All right, love you guys. Peace.